Hi, thanks, Jeff. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Sam. Good morning, and thank you for talking about your new book. And congratulations. And tell us about
Thank
this
you.
unicorn that's been banished.
Yeah, Unico, the story of Unico is that he's a character, a magical creature, a unicorn whose ability to spread love and kindness draws the eye of an evil of the goddess Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, who becomes jealous of his ability to inspire human beings. And so she wants to have him destroyed. And instead of having him, and so she has one of her servants take him to have him destroyed. But then the servant takes pity on him and hides him from Venus, wiping his memory and hiding him through space and time. Because every time his powers awaken, he draws the eye of the goddess again. And so, with the help of his friends, this series is about trying to break Unico's curse. So while journeying through time and space on an epic adventure.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm not nearly an expert on manga like I should be. I know it's extremely popular. But this new book, this 224 page book, this character is reimagined. There's a legacy behind this character, isn't there?
Absolutely, there is. Yeah. So Unico was created originally by the god of manga himself, Osamu Tezuka, and people call him the god of manga because he essentially created the modern manga and anime industry. He was born in the 30s or either 20s or 30s. He created, for those who might recognize the character, he created Astro Boy. And so,
I know
Unico was
that character.
created. Yeah, yeah, you know that character, right?
Yes.
And Unico was created in 1976 on a trip Tezuka took to Los Angeles in order to. He was working with Sanrio in order to try to bring manga to the United States. He was a little bit ahead of his time at the time, but he became a beloved character in Japan, and some people recognize him and had a cult following in the U.S. and the West for movies that came out in the '80s that were really popular.
Right. And manga is an art form, but that's not the same as anime, is it? Is it two distinct art forms?
Yeah, so manga is just the Japanese word for comics. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
basically what it is.
All
Yeah,
right.
so just manga is Japanese comics, and then anime is Japanese animation.
Yeah.
And so often anime pulls from manga, so they'll adapt the manga into animation. So that's kind of the way that it usually goes from manga to anime.
Well, I was always under the impression that manga is for adults. Is this a ploy for a new audience, maybe a younger audience for this art form?
Absolutely. So yeah, manga it kind of spans the whole entire it runs the gamut. There are so many different categories of manga for adults and younger readers, but some of the younger readers stuff that comes out of Japan isn't necessarily for younger readers in the US. So some of the things that kids are exposed to and that they want to get are a little bit above the age group that if a parent brings home, for example, if a kid brings home a copy of Demon Slayer, and an 8-year-old brings home a copy of Demon Slayer, their parent might be like, well, this is a little intense for you. So what this is it's for kids ages 8 to 12, who can it has all the hallmarks of manga, and it's taken and it's reimagined from an original story by the god of manga. And yet it is for an age group that's a little bit younger that will kind of give them all that they might want from a story like that without having it be too violent or have too much material that's going to put it over the top.
And how are you introduced to this art form?
So first I got introduced to anime when I was like 13 or something like that. This is the 90s when there wasn't as much manga available, but but anime was starting to become available on VHS tapes. So I go to Suncoast Video, pick up different kinds of anime, and then that got me into reading manga. And I started in my 20s. I really just started devouring everything I could. And then I discovered Tezuka and started to read everything I could of his.
Wow, Suncoast Video. There's a name I haven't heard in about 25 years. So
Oh, I know, right?
I, I used to live there too. All the cool stuff they used to have there, at
Yeah,
least in their malls, right?
that was where you got anything. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
also, and this project was funded through Kickstarter. It's still 21st century.
Initially it was, yeah, we decided that, in order to get the idea out there, we would just show, people, just show publishers just you know, how much love there was for this character and how much of a following it had and all this different stuff. We would take it to Kickstarter, and it did, we were successful on that. And then after that, my agent took it to Scholastic, and we ended up getting to where we are today in this really great situation where we have a series in the works.
It's
And
I was
it's
going to say I
incredibly
saw
exciting.
the little trailer animation, so I thought that was a kind of little proof of concept. So I thought that looked really cool.
Yeah, that was incredible. We were so both mine and our wonderful artist Good Hidu, our minds were just blown by the whole entire thing. It was such a beauty. They did such a beautiful job on that.
And Scholastic, man, that's my generation too, man. So Scholastic is still around, still putting out books. I think that's great because there was
Oh
nothing
yeah.
more exciting as a child than ordering those books and getting them in class and going home and read.
Oh yeah, wasn't that that's the best, right? The Scholastic book clubs, and they're still strong, and
That's awesome.
yeah, it's a wonderful, thing to be a part of, and it's just so exciting to see the books come out that way.
And finally today, Sam, I just got back from San Diego Comic-Con. I assume you were there
Oh,
promoting your book. And I mean, I'm glad it's back because of COVID and the actor strike. I mean, Comic-Con really took some hits, but this year it seemed like it was back and bigger than ever. How was your experience this year?
oh yeah, it was the same. It was really vibrant. People were excited to be out. People were excited to be at the con and to see, and to have that back in action, to see, to have actors back, to have all the books back, to have, and have, people just running around and having a good time. Yeah, I thought it was a fantastic con and a great year for it. So many more to come.
Yeah, it's just the cherry on top for your project. Well, congratulations, Sam. I
Yeah,
appreciate your time this morning and come visit us in Las Vegas soon, man.
thank
We'd
you.
love to have you.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Wonderful meeting you. Thank you.